Hey guys, Turtle Virtues here, and I'm here to deliver you that fairy tale rant slash discussion. And now to begin with, let's talk about Natsu and Lucy. Lucy is a very interesting character. She has some qualities, but most of the time everyone just pays attention to her boobs and because, well, it's fan service and that's what it's used for. And it gets everyone's attention and that's what's popular in Japan right now. It's just fan service. But she's a very interesting character. We learn a lot about her as the series progresses, and I even warmed up to her eventually. At first I was just like, well, she's probably just another blonde bimbo, but she's actually an interesting character. But what irks me is that eventually she falls for Natsu. We all know that. It's plainly obvious here. But it's just she never like confesses to him at all. I mean, maybe not yet, but it's obviously there, and it's retarded that Natsu doesn't even notice that. I mean, sure, he's not really interested in that kind of stuff yet, but he's just focusing on fighting. But still, it pains me that he does not even see that yet. And don't get me started on Gray and Juvia. Oh my god, Juvia. The fact that Gray has not even said anything about this girl from the start of season 1. She's been all over this dude, non-stop. She tells him what she wants, and he's like scared of her because all she wants is Gray. That's it, plain and simple. And the fact, even Erza comments on it, like saying you have to at least give her an answer. And Gray's looking like he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how he feels about it. But it's been going on for so long now. It really has, and it makes no sense why nothing has been done about this until we finally. Gray now finally understands when Erza says, "Well, you got to give her something," and he still hasn't done that yet. He still hasn't done it yet. And it's ridiculous. It really is. It makes no sense. It really doesn't. And it's just like, well, I mean, is someone gonna do something about this or not? Like, come on. It's just like Naruto. They prolong relationships. It doesn't make sense. Why? Why on earth would you do that? Really, when we already see the key points, the plots, everything, it's already there. You don't need to hide it. We can see it. And yet, they think we're so dumb that we're just going to be like, oh, well, nothing's there. We can just watch it. What? It's there. Guys, we can see it. And it's just ridiculous. And what's even more ridiculous, I'm going to do a Naruto rant later on, but this is fairy tale. But what even more messed up is Jahal and Erza. I know that Jahal was being controlled by you, and it's just his actions. I can see that. I can see he wasn't in his right state of mind, and he killed a few people, and he suffered, all that, yada yada. But then when it's all said and done, and he can start a new clean slate with the crime syndicate, and just be a badass character, have his own organization, and destroy evil. That's good. That's awesome. But then, when it comes time for Erza and Jahal to really push their relationship and just move on and continue going down the right path, Jahal's like, he can't do it. He's just, for some reason, he does not think he deserves Erza. And she loves this dude. She loves him. From the moment he gave her name, it was already set in stone that she would fall for Jahal. Like, really? Fernandez, what are you doing? She is literally handing it to you on a silver platter. Bacon, eggs, and everything. Toast, orange juice. It's all right there. All you need to do is take a bite. But no, I guess you're not hungry because apparently you don't like what's on the menu. And because now you're like, well, I have a fiance and you push her back. It's ridiculous. And she even knew it was a lie. I don't know why she didn't call him out on it. I don't. It makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. It drives me insane. That they know they both love each other, but right now they're like, well, I guess we can't do anything. Really? Really, why not? Why can't you push that relationship? I don't understand. It only prolongs it. That's my pet peeve. When they prolong obvious relationships that needs to happen. And yet we're gonna have to wait, like Naruto, till the end of the series to get a verification on who's who with who. Now this is even more messed up. Natsu, Lasagna, and Lucy. Lasagna always wanted to marry Natsu since they were little kids. She wanted him. And she even said, well, what do you think if we got married? You remember all those times when we talked about we'd get married? But obviously when she comes back from the dead, that plot is whipped to the side. Oh, we just completely forgot about that, right? Like, what? I know they're pushing Natsu and Lucy, but really, there was already a relationship plot, and Natsu was completely devastated over her death. He was fucked up. He was done. It was over. He was completely shattered when she died. But no, when she comes back, I know there's a really dramatic reunion, and it was great, but nothing of it came out. Nothing. Everyone's just like, oh, you're back. And then that only lasted for like 5 minutes. And then it was done. Everyone's like, oh, we're back to normal. That's it. Nothing. Glad you're here. Welcome to Fairy Tale. Really? It's like, just like that? That's it? Nothing? It just, it irks me sometimes. Just the things I see. It just makes no sense to me. But I guess that's how it works. They're going to play that. But then anyways, another relationship that is even more complex and confusing, I believe, is Elfman and Evergreen. Like that's gonna happen because they have there's a spark there. There's a spark there, and that I don't mind that because she's the tsundere in that because during the whole games and tournament they were caught hugging and then she got embarrassed when everyone else was watching, including in the swimming OVA, and it was just funny. It was comical. So I can understand that because Elfman, he's like he always says, "Oh, let a real man do this," it's just hilarious when he says that shit. But it's funny. It works. It works. But then the one pet peeve I do have: why hasn't anyone made a move on Mary Jane? Mary Jane, why? She is prime real estate. And no one in their God right mind is going after her. Not her, not Kana, not Erza. Well, Erza's with Jahal, but you know what I'm saying? There are fine women there in Fairy Tale, and no one is even gonna poke them with a 10-foot stick. No one's even gonna attempt to get in. No one. They're not even gonna make one. They're just gonna be like, oh well, we have girls in Fairy Tale. They take care of us. It's just like that. But why? Why has no one made a move? Mary Jane is single. She is ballin'. She is hot. And no one, not even Natsu with his one-track mind, can't see the beauty in all the women here. And mostly Lucy, but come on. Kana, yeah, sure, she's got Gildort as her dad. That's badass. If you can have him as your stepfather, dude, you will be legit. You will be set. But no one does anything. No, I guess the only one that puts in work is that dude with the gun and the other girl with the sniper. They have a kid. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Someone needs to put in work on these females and they need to do something. They just can't just sit around and do nothing. Cause really, I'm gonna start saying they're gay, just like I said about Naruto and Sasuke, when girls were constantly throwing at them, constantly wanting them, and they just ignore that shit. Mostly Sasuke when it comes to Sakura. Well, then again, he doesn't give two shits. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about Sakura, and yet she's too blind. She's got blinders on. She can't see because Naruto is constantly defending her, protecting her, doing everything he can for her. He even saved her village. Her village. And yet she's like, oh, thanks, Naruto. I appreciate you. Really? That's it? It's just prolonging relationships, and it's weird. It really is. But I would like to see Mary Jane and Loxus. Now that can work. I can see that going pretty far because they're both good, and it's just that. It's just why aren't things happening? Why? I mean, we got Gray and Juvia. I mean, sure, maybe they'll push that because Gray will say, well, I kind of had these feelings for you, or something will change. Something will change his mind into it. And then, Natsu and Lucy, maybe something will happen there. When the start of the series, when I started watching it, I thought of Erza and Natsu because they were close as kids. Or Gray, I thought one of them would get Erza, but then when Jahal came out, I was like, okay, he's the first one, so definitely he'll get it because he gave her name and all that, yada yada. Just stuff like that. But then, as I continue, now Levi and Gaju. Now, Levi. Now this is confusing me. Levi falls for the guy that beat her up and bullied her. And, did all kinds of shit to her. And yet she still falls in love with him. After everything. I'm just head over heels for Gaju. That's it. And I'm just like, when I look at that, I'm like, that makes no sense. Like, why would you like a dude that bullied you and, do all that kind of stuff? But yeah, you're still head over heels. I mean, he changes. I respect him. I love Gaju. But during that time, I was like, why? Why on earth would you like someone like that? I mean, sure, he's badass and he's powerful, but still, it's just like, I don't understand. It makes no sense. It really doesn't. But I guess it's just, we're going to have to roll with it, guys. We're just going to have to appreciate what we have here. So, I guess that works. But still, it's just, why? It makes no sense to me. And then that little boy who, dang it, what was his name? I forgot his name, but the little kid that supports Natsu as his idol, he should be doing numbers on Wendy. Wendy is cute too, but I don't understand why he hasn't even at least asked her out on a date. Nothing like that. And she's a dragon slayer. When she gets older, she will probably be prime real estate. Just like Erza, Mary Jane, Lucy, all the females in Fairy Tail. It's just piling up. And no one is doing nothing. And Makarov should be teaching these boys a thing or two. He's probably been down that path. But yet he says nothing. He doesn't give them a scolding about women. The only one I can see doing something, at least going down that path, is fucking Gildart. Even though he's like, he was married, but then she died. But still, I mean, if another female came around, I'm sure he would be the first one in line to say I called dibs. But no one else is just, oh, we don't really care about the women here, even though they're drop dead gorgeous. We don't really want to focus on that. Even though they've been here all this time and we see them practically every day. And Natsu and Gracie Erza nude, and she has no problem with it. And I'm like, why haven't one of you did anything? It's just retarded. It makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. It's just like, you see Erza nude. She has no problem with it. And then you guys are just like freaking out over it. Dude, if it was me, I would be like happy as heck. I would be like, thank the Lord that I get to see something so gorgeous and beautiful in my entire life. And then I would proceed to push forward. But no, guys. Let's just cower in fear. Yes, she's powerful. Yes, she can beat you guys up. But you're probably just as strong as she is. And I'm talking mostly about Natsu. It bombards me. It really does. But then here's something that really is weird. Even though Jahal and Erza are destined to be together, Jahal has two good-looking females with him that travels around the world with him on a quest to take out Zareth. And yet, he doesn't think that he can take advantage of this and have two good-looking females that he probably sleeps with, and then he does nothing about that either. And he's traveling with females. Really? It's that simple-mindedness that really gets me. Why? Why can't you multitask? Why can't you do one thing? You can take out Xerath and still have a relationship. It makes no sense. You can do these things. Sure, it may be harder, it may be difficult, but you know, it's just, you can do it. It's just, it makes no sense. It really doesn't. But anyways, I'm done. I don't want to get too involved. Maybe I'll do a Naruto rant, but I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the Turtle Virtues, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.